What's going on, everybody? It's your favorite dating. Let me fix this damn camera. Hold on. Sorry. It's your favorite dating. God dang it. It's your favorite dating coach for a third time right there, Elliot Scott. And as you can see by the title below, we're going to talk about 5 things a guy does to make you think he is in. Again, think he is interested, but he really ain't. And you know that. I know. Well, maybe you don't. I know that though. But here's the difference between it, right? This is why I'm making this. Hold on, I got this first off. But this is why I'm making this video. I'm going to say it's really hard to distinct the difference between a guy who's interested in you and a guy who isn't, based on these 5 things. And I say that because the guy who is interested in you will do these 5 things also. But the difference is, I guess, not just a track record, but it's the amount of action involved or the effort and commitment into doing these things. So keep this all in mind. And it's just like looking at the guy and being honest with yourself. If this guy has never had a serious relationship before, then don't think he's going to have one with you, okay? If this guy has a past of cheating, if this guy has a past of, his longest relationship was 3 or 6 months, again, it's not going to work with you. So don't think you're any different, okay? So keep that in mind when I give you these 5 things. Now, let me open my book of extraordinary things here, Elliot Scott's book of romance, of love. Okay, so I'm going to name the 5 things like I usually do, and then I'm going to go over them, okay? So here it is. Number 1, he shows a lot of interest in the beginning, but then he pulls away. Okay, I have the but parts in parentheses, because it's the bullshit part. He tells you what you want to hear, but there's no action. I know you all know that from a personal sense, because I get a lot of clients with that kind of shit. They always come to me, he said this, he said that. Okay, great, he said it. Well, where's he at then? I have clients who are telling me that he says that you're this amazing girl, and that, I would never put my clients out on blast like that. So this is just like general, like, just very cliche kind of things that guys say, but it still works on a lot of women. They'll say, you're the most amazing woman in the world. You're this, you're that. I'd be lucky to have you. I'm in love with you. Okay, I'm an amazing woman. You in love with me. Where you at? Like, where are you at? Okay, happens all the time. The third thing, he says you're the only girl, right? Of course, but he won't delete his Tinder. He won't commit. This was literally what I just said. Number 4, he texts you all and initiates all the time, but he will eventually ghost you. Again, happens all the time. Of course, he makes these future plans, but he always flakes. Now, I want to start off with that one. Why do guys do that? Why do guys make plans with the girl, but then flake? There's 2 things with that. One, I'll just say it's one thing, because both of them can go under this. It's to buy time. If he has no intentions on seeing you in the first place, he'll make a date or something a week down the road. So now he has a whole week, right? If you start talking to this guy Sunday and he says, yeah, let's go out Friday, I'm free this weekend, or next weekend, guess what? You're not going to bother him again for the next 5 days until Friday, where he says, oh, by the way, I got to cancel. Something came up. It's like, really, dude? Like, you had a whole 5 days to fix these kind of things. And something just like, come on now. The guys do that shit all the time. That's the exact reason. It's to buy time, okay? And if you never met the guy, say you met him online and he does that shit, it's usually because of sexting. Like, if you want to meet him Friday or something, or no, say he says you meet him Sunday, he says I want to meet you Friday, right? Well, that gives him 5 days of building up and trying to get you to sext with him, and send some naughties when he has no intention on seeing you in the first place. Again, you're not going to bring up seeing him because he already told you, and you're a nice person. You're going to give him the benefit of the doubt. You're going to think he's not like other guys, and you're going to say, oh yeah, sure, go ahead, yeah, blah blah blah. And then Friday comes around and he ghosts your ass, okay? Now from there, let's say he shows a lot of interest in the beginning, but then he pulls away. I'm gonna attach a video to that, or to this video at the very end, like the last 10 or 20 seconds, that kind of goes over that more. But there's a lot of reasons why guys do that. It could be It could be the honeymoon stage. It could be him just trying to get it in, you know, all those kind of things. I don't want to beat it, or I don't want to, you know, beat a dead horse with it. I talk about it in all my videos. You pretty much know why a guy shows a lot of interest in the beginning and then pulls away. It's pretty much a bullshit tactic, because if a guy was truly interested in you, he would not pull away. I don't care what the damn excuse is. I have people making excuses all the time for the guys, and I hear the excuses that the guys make. I know the excuses that I used to make. Complete bullshit, okay? He tells you what you want to hear, but shows no action. The reason he does that is because women are emotional by nature, and you will just, because you like him, you will justify what he's saying to better fit your like bias for him. So if a guy says, I really like you, I think you're this, I think you're that, you're gonna feel all warm inside. You're like, ooh, he likes me, you know. And again, it's gonna work because you like him. Right? That's just how it works. That's how we work as humans, okay? He's going to take advantage of that. And guys also do it because it's an easier way to get past the woman's barrier, her wall. If he can tell you what you want to hear and you like hearing it, you're going to lower that barrier, which means it's less work for him, you know, and he's going to get the same reward, right? That I know that's you know, to wrap that up, that's how guys usually or that's why guys say those things. He'll say it because it takes a lot less energy than taking a woman out 5, 6, 7 times, and a lot less money, you know, to win her over. So he's just going to say what he wants to say, tell you what you want to hear, and hopefully you drop your barrier and you fall for it. Well, not hopefully, but that's what he's thinking. He says you're only girl, but he doesn't delete his Tinder. Again, if you want to know more about that, I have a whole Tinder video that I will attach at the end of this video. The last like 10 or 20 seconds of this video, just click on it. And of course, he texts you all the time, but then he ghosts you. Now, why do guys do that? You know, he's showing you all this interest in the beginning. He's showing you all this love. He's initiating. I tell women all the time, though, that no matter how much the guy texts you, no matter how much he's the one initiating it, it gets boring. Texting is boring over time. It feels like a chore, feels like an obligation. There's no escalation, no progression to it. It gets boring, and even though he's the one doing it and he's, you know, balls deep in that fucking text, it gets boring. He you know, and I feel like for a lot of guys, it hits them a little later. Like they don't realize it until, like, again, a little later, like, oh shit, you know, like the next day, like they wake up and it's like, oh shit, texting's boring all of a sudden. That's really how it is. He starts to look at your text and he doesn't text as long, he doesn't text as big, he doesn't text as fast. You know, his reply, there's a little more distance between his replies. And it's just because it doesn't have the same oomph, right? It's just boring now. So don't let a guy, or don't, even if the guy's texting you, you need to cut it short sometime and try to make it dates. That's what I would personally do, okay? So with that being said, there's the 5 things that a guy does. Kind of all over the place there, but you understand. And again, here's the videos at the end if you want to check those out to get a little more information on your guy. I love you ladies. Take care and peace.